going to go ahead and flip over to Zoho Support and do a quick overview. So the first and most important part of Zoho Support, it doesn't do you much good unless someone can access it as a client. Zoho Support is really where you support clients who have access to your customer service portal. In other words, a front end or website where they can log in and get support. And that support might take the form of particular standard solutions that you have for your clients. For instance, how do I change the name on my mortgage, etc. So there might be a standard answer that doesn't have to be rewritten for every single client, but it's part of a database of information. Also, there might be a need to log in and get specific answers to questions that are related only to their account and to get those privately, so it has that feature as well. Or you may want to use it to deliver documents. So the centerpiece is the contacts, the actual people that are going to be the users. So think of a contact in Zoho Support a little bit differently than a contact in Zoho CRM. In CRM, it's where you manage the stuff for your internal office. In Support, it's really just creating users to use the features of your support front end or your customer service portal. The Zoho Support is set up very similarly to Zoho CRM in that it has both contacts and accounts. Now you won't see leads or prospects or anything like that here because this is not a sales system. It's a support system for existing clients. So everyone is going to fall under pretty much the rubric of contacts and accounts. We're going to start with contacts because that's the most logical place to begin. If you're going to give someone access to your support portal or your customer support portal, then you need to create them as a contact. So we're going to go ahead and go to contact, and we see some contacts are already here. We're going to create a new one. And in this case, we're going to go ahead and create a contact called Gianni. Gianni Suter. Now, Gianni is also in our CRM, but full integration between the contacts of CRM and in Zoho CRM and Zoho Support has not been achieved yet. Their support line promises that it'll be a couple of months, but in the meantime, we need to go ahead and create the person here. Now, we don't need to create all of the contact information here because this is not our central contact management system. All we're really going to need is a name and an email address. It's going to be quite sufficient for the support purposes. So Gianni@yahoo.com. On the other hand, if you want the convenience of having a phone number here to contact them by phone to answer a support request, then yes, you may want to go ahead and put the phone number here. But until that integration is achieved, it may be more convenient to keep your contacts managed primarily in Zoho CRM, which you can simply open in another tab, as I have done here, and be able to get the information at a glance for Gianni, for instance. So we're going to go ahead and just use the name and email address right now, and that way we'll leave it open in the future for further integration to be created by Zoho. So I create the particular contact. Now this does not make them a user of the portal. All I have done is create them in here and make them a potential user of the portal. They can't see anything in here. They can't interact in any way. I could create support requests for them and manage them internally, but there would be no interaction from the client himself or herself. So we're going to go ahead now and show you how to create a portal user. It's very simple. You're going to go ahead to Setup, because we're going to set up a portal user. Setup is in the upper right hand corner. And then under Customer Portal Settings, you will see Customer Portal Users and Customer Homepage. The Customer Homepage is the actual place they're going to log in to get all of the various services you're going to provide through the Customer Service and Customer Support Portal. So we're going to put Customer Portal Users. We're going to click on that. You'll see there's already one, Amy Rye, but we're going to add our own. We're going to add Gianni. So I'm going to go ahead and click Add Portal User. And we're going to go ahead and put Gianni in here. And as I start typing Gianni, it finds Gianni in my contact database, which is great. So I can just go ahead and click on that, and the data is populated. I could add an alias or some other data, but really, again, I don't need to mess with a lot of contact information here if I'm going to use Zoho CRM as my primary contact management resource. This is just to give them access, so you need an email address where you're going to send them the invitation. Now, you might think, well, gee, don't I have to keep that email address updated all the time, and what if they change their email address, as people do? Remember that they can actually, you're going to run into that at some point if somebody cuts off their old email address and doesn't remember what it is and can't log in, etc. But 90% of the time what people are going to do is log in and be able to manage their own username and password and email address and data related to their support account. So you're not going to have to worry about that particular aspect of it. They're going to self-manage. This is not for the back end of your office primarily, but for the front end. So all right, we've already populated the data. We can now just click Create New Portal User, and we now have this person, Gianni Suter, as a user. Now they're not confirmed yet. Confirmed means they actually have said, yes, I will use your customer service portal. First, before we do anything, let me just show you up here the customer self-service portal link. This is actually the link that they will use to log into your portal. There are all kinds of ways to create shortcuts. You could even create a .com that takes them to this link, something like oursupport.com or acmelegalsupport.com. There's all kinds of things you can do, but in the meantime, this is the ordinary long link that they would use. And what we're going to do is go ahead and open that in a new tab so we can see what it would look like. And here is what they will see when they come to your support portal. They'll see a way to submit a request. They'll see a way to manage their current requests or see the status of them. They will see solutions, which is standard solutions you have for everybody. Remember, there's no need to treat every single customer support or customer service issue as a unique issue to that client. If there's some things that every client needs to know, then they go in solutions. If there's some answers to common questions that you're asked most of the time, then they need to go in solutions. What requests are designed to do, and that will help minimize your requests. What requests are designed to do is get specific input or issues from the client on needs unique to their account. All right, so we're going to go back and we're going to go ahead and select Gianni here, and we're going to activate this portal user. And it says, are you sure? We're going to say yes. Okay. And so what we've done is by activating that person, we've gone ahead and sent them a link with their login information, their first-time login information, to that email address. And it basically says, hey, look, if you want to go ahead and log in, now you can log into the support portal. And so we'd love to have you do that. And then you can re-invite them. You can, let's say that they say, well, I lost that email and I didn't get it and I need you to resend. You could check the box and click re-invite next to any given user, and it'll resend the invitation. Remember, you don't have to manage their username and password. The system will automatically create one for them, which is temporary, and when they log in, they get to change it, and after that, they can manage their own information. Okay, so that is the customer service portal user creation and also where you get the link. Again, you click setup and you'll find the information right here under customer portal settings. So you create a contact and then you create a user. Remember that just like in Zoho CRM, we won't go into detail here, you can create contacts with accounts, and accounts are like whole families of people. So for instance, if Gianni Suter is part of the Suter family, then when I create that particular person, I can actually put Suter family as the account and create that for them. If I really don't care in the support mechanism because I'm managing all of that in Zoho CRM, then I can leave that blank. All right, so we've talked about contacts and accounts, and we talked about turning a contact into an actual user of your customer support portal or customer service portal. Let's talk about the other items here for interacting with clients. Just like a CRM, this is for interaction, except that a CRM is for interacting with your back office, and the support system is for interacting with clients directly. Okay, so the first thing we have is requests. And requests could be added by you if someone calls one in. Hey, I need to get this information, I don't have it, or I need to solve this problem on my account, or I need your help doing this, or I need to get an appointment set up. You could add a request. It's up to you how you manage this and which things qualify as requests and which things you'd rather manage in your CRM. But this is designed to add particular issues. So for instance, let's go ahead and put Gianni in there. Let's say that Gianni called us. It's going to go ahead and bring the data. And then let's put a subject in. Needs another consultation on changing over documents to estate name. Okay, and then we could put some more details, but we're just going to say blah, blah, blah as our information. and we'll go ahead and put some status if we wanted to: open, on hold. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it open. There's additional information you can add and you can expand these, but I'm going to go ahead and just click save, and now we have a request. Now remember that a user can put in their own request via your customer service portal. When they log in, they have the ability to do that. So let's take one more quick look at that. I'm going to go ahead and click setup, and then I have access again to the customer portal users, and I will find the link that they can use to log in. Switch to that tab, and again they can add their own requests, etc. Now we're not logged in as a client here, but if we were logged in as a client, as a user, then we could go ahead and put our request in. Keep in mind that you can create yourselves as users also, as internal support reps. You probably want to have your own user account so that you can make sure that it works and understand what the process is. So my recommendation is you create yourself as a user and email yourself an invitation to log in.